Hello, it's Sally here at Daffodils. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for joining me. And today I'm going to be working on my Roxy's Journal of Stitchery, Volume 6, the Field Notes Journal, which is based on this book. I just wanted to show you this book because I showed you the other book I've got in the series, and this one has arrived today. Now, this is, it cost me just over £3. I don't know how they do it for providing a book and the postage for £3, less than £3.50. I can't remember how much it was now, but yeah, very, very cheap. But it's a book from 92, I think it is, 1992. So it's quite an old book. And I think it's just gone by the wayside and nobody's bothered about it anymore. But it's got such a lot of inspiration in it. There's lots of, this here is a panel called A Day in the Country, and shows how successfully countryside themes can be interpreted in embroidery, which obviously we all know that now. But there's some lovely little vignettes of the countryside. I love this one. I'm hoping there's going to be a prompt on weeds, because I'm already kind of thinking what I'm doing for that one. Hopefully, anyway. This one here is gorgeous. It's 3D. You can see all the different leaves that are all separate, some fungi. Look at this cobweb here. I've also got an idea for cobwebs as well. Oh dear, so many ideas. But I just wanted to flick through it because this prop for that, you know, for just over £3, if you can get it in the UK. I don't know how much it will be overseas, but little cross stitches, and then they've got all of these patterns. I'm trying to keep it central so you can see. That's Christmassy, holly. And this here, look at this butterfly. It reminded me, if Fleur Woods did butterflies, this would be the kind of thing, she would be doing lovely dense sewing with loads of butterflies on. That's what it reminded me of anyway. But yeah, so you've got all your butterfly templates. Look at this here, a wheat field, autumny. I'll just quick flick through. Just saw these here. You've got the little daffodil, you've got the tulip, you've got the lily of the valley, which are all bulb flowers, so they're quite appropriate at the moment. Lots of patterns. I love this one here. I think these are poppies, so they will be more autumny for us here in the UK. Well, there's the daffodil. No, sorry, dandelion, with the seed head on that's blowing in the wind. That's all winter and autumn. You've got the fishes, frogs, pond life, I suppose. I love the reeds. Little bird. Got your ducks, dragonflies, and lily. Is it a lily? It's a lily, isn't it? A pond lily. It's not called a pond lily, I don't think, but whatever. Or an iris, which is another bulb flower. And then we're on to birds. Got lots of ideas for birds, templates, all different kinds of birds. Then we're going to farms. So we've got the animals and the different farmy type things. That's nice, acorns and oak leaves for autumn. Harvest. I love this here. This, I don't know if you can see this or not. It's kind of they've used a net, different coloured net. So that's the orangey, yellowy type for the wheat. And then they've used a green for the tree line, which I thought was lovely. And I love all these flowers. I think these, I don't know whether it's machine embroidered. No, I think it's just hand embroidered. But love that. Fruit, harvest. I love this strawberry motif here. Yeah, wreath for each season. So that one's summer, spring. So that's kind of with the daffodils, pansies maybe, primulas. Look at this one here as well. It's so dense with different textures. Love that. Woodland. Oh, this is depicting woodland. I like that one as well, with the little circles for That's kind of depicting the dappled shade, dappled light coming through the trees. But just different things, how you can depict flowers just with different strokes of your needle. That's a lovely little pansy cross stitch. We've got more, look here, there's a snowdrop and the crocus, lily of the valley. They're all bulb flowers that we're looking at the moment. Mushroom. So anyway, I'll just flick more through. Sorry, more. Look at that one. Love that. Probably not for this project, but for another project. And then you've got the animals, and then that's just stitches. So yeah, that's a really good find. As I say, at the moment on eBay, they're still around about the 350 mark. If you wanted one. Right. So anyway, let's get on to the prompt is bulbs. So that's my front page that I think I've finished now. I might add some more, I don't know yet, but that's my front page. And then I've gone over, and what I've done, I was going to do a pocket here, but this piece of fabric, I've tied it down now. It's kind of got a bit missing here, so I'm just going to tie that down. And then I thought what I would do here, I'm thinking an index page. So I'm going to do some lines, and I was thinking I was going to do them in like a pale blue, you know, like a lined page with a margin in pink, because that's what they look like, and I thought that would go with there. And then 1 bulbs, 2 whatever the prompts are, but I'm not going to do that yet. I'm going to keep that blank for now, but I thought that would be my little index page. And so this is where I'm starting on my bulbs. I started just to scribble out a few little things. I wanted to list all the bulb flowers that I could, that UK, you know, that we have in the UK. So I just went around spring bulbs, tulips, daffodils. I started to put the Latin name in, but then I stopped because I thought, I don't know if I'm going to put that in. So I haven't gone around and found all of the Latin names. So snowdrops, bluebells, crocus, allium, fritillaries, iris, hyacinth, muscari, cyclamen, anemone, lily of the valley, amaryllis. That's as far as I got. Drew a few out, just to thinking what I could include, and just some spring quotes. Spring is in the air, spring has sprung, and then there's a little saying, March in like a lion, out like a lamb, because you know March is the end of winter, so the lion is kind of like the winter weather. Going out like a lamb, you get into spring, so it's kind of a milder weather. So I thought I might put some quotes on here and there. Then I went looking for doilies and flowers. Now I've got these two here, a tulip and a daffodil. And my idea was to fold them in half, as you can see that I've already done, and attach them to my page and have them as a flip. And I was going to do both of them, maybe one in the middle, so when it folds it's kind of in the middle, and then maybe one over here, but I just couldn't get it to work how I wanted it to work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to abandon the tulips and just work on the daffodils, because I like the yellow colour. Is spring, and yellow is a springy colour, so I wanted to concentrate on that. So I've dug out a few other little bits that kind of complement this, the yellow and the green. So I've got a little bit of stripe, I've got a little bit of script that I've printed off. I've got a little bit of, this is a print of a wallpaper, but it's got roses on it, but I just thought the colours go really well. And I've got a little daffodil thing there that I printed off. I've got a little bit of scrap fabric. I think it might be Liberty. It feels like Liberty, but I'm not sure. And that's got bluebells on it. And although I'm sticking to daffodils, I just thought the colour, bringing a little bit of blue, might just lift it up a little bit. I've got a little bit of doily there, a green spring green doily. Got a little bit of gingham. Thought that was a nice green. And then I've got a little bee, because the bumbles come out around springtime where we are. The bumblebees come out of hibernation, and they're a bit dopey to start with. You can hear them kind of like bumping into the glass. When you sit in the conservatory, you can hear them bumping into the glass for some reason. So the bumbles come out in spring, so I thought a little bumblebee would be nice to have on. This is going in the middle of wherever my fold is. I don't think it's folding right because I've got a pin right in the centre, but it's somewhere there. I thought I would sew that on, so it's like a flip. I'm going to sew it together eventually, because what I want to do is I want to do some writing on here, so I don't want to see the back of my writing. So what I thought I would do is do a little bit of research and just find out about daffodils, and I should have done that before I've started filming actually, but I haven't done it yet, so excuse me, that's what I'm doing there. Then I've got this piece here. I thought, what do I do there? So I'm going to do a poem, and I don't even think I've got my phone. I've got a poem, and it's out of a children's... Hang on, I've got the book. That will be the ideal thing to do. It's on my bookshelf. This is a really old book that my granddad gave me when I was a little girl. It was already old when I got it. It's you can see it's been loved and treasured. Oh, look at that. Yeah, so some of the pages are loose, some of them have been stuck back in. It's from 1946, so obviously it's older than me. I'm not quite that old. And it's just a children's book. I love the print in here. This is the poem, First Spring Morning. So look, the spring is come, oh feel the gentle air that wanders through the boughs to burst the thick buds everywhere. The birds are glad to see the high unclouded sun. Winter is fled away, they sing, the gay time is begun. So I'm just going to use that little, I think that'll be, once my writing goes on, that will probably be, I won't be able to get 3 verses on because my writing isn't that small, but this one here is lovely as well. Down the meadows green, let us go dance and play, and look for violets in the lane and ramble far away, to gather primroses that in the woodland grow, and hunt for oxlips, or if yet the blades of bluebells show. Should I do that one instead? I mean, I'm not putting all of the flowers that it lists, I'm not putting on my piece. I'm just having a think. It'll be one of those 2 verses anyway. So, and that's going to go here. And then what I'll do is, well, it's already got writing on it. Oh, I have to put some more stuff there. Okay. Oh, yeah. Also, things that I did was I just looked up what days are in March, what kind of celebratory days. We have to St David's Day, which is the patron saint of Wales. We have Shrove Tuesday, which we also call Pancake Day because we have pancakes on a Shrove Tuesday. Ash Wednesday, the 17th is St Patrick's Day, which is the patron saint of Ireland. And then we've got the vernal equinox, which is the first day of spring. We also have Mothering Sunday here in the UK in March, sorry, because if we're following the seasons, then obviously this first prompt is March. So I'm not sure whether I'm going to put March somewhere on here as well, because I thought, yeah, I've scribbled down. Sorry, it's a bit of a mess, all this is. March. And then I just looked up some spring or daffodil sayings, or, you know, the famous Wordsworth poem, I wandered lonely as a cloud, blah, blah, blah. And then there's this bit inside, and then my heart with pleasure fills and dances with the daffodils. I think that might be the end of the poem. So I just like that little piece. I thought I might type one of the little sayings. This was another one. It was one of those days when the sun shone hot and the wind blows cold. So in spring, here in the UK, you can get days where the sun's shining and you go outside and oh, it's so warm and lovely, and then as soon as the sun goes and the wind blows, it's freezing cold. So that kind of resonated with me. When it is summer in the light, when it is summer in the light and winter in the shade, that's so. And this was Charles Dickens from David Copperfield, so that is so true of British and English and springtime. And then this one here, I don't know who wrote this one, so I probably won't use it because I won't be able to attribute it to anybody. Attribute it. Daffodil wakes in the spring, rubs her eyes, begins to sing. In the grass I'll play bo peep, while other flowers are all asleep. Which I thought was sweet. It's from I think it's from some kind of children's book, but I did look it up. I couldn't find who wrote it, so I probably won't do that because I don't want to pretend it's my words when it's not, and I can't, like I said, I can't attribute it to anybody, so I probably won't use that. Oh, I went on to look at this is another one. This was actually on the Edith Holden one, and I thought this was lovely. Daffodil is come up to town in her yellow petticoat and her green gown. So I thought that was quite nice as well. I liked that, kind of like a children's rhyme. Yeah, before March, the birthstone is aquamarine. I put times are ticking, but I'm not sure about that. I've showed you about those ones, haven't I? So anyway, that's my ideas at the moment. I will use some and probably not use others as everything evolves around. So I've used a piece of linen here, and it's got a beautiful green, lovely spring green border. So that's what I'm going to use for my spring piece. So this is going to be the front of my book. Where is my book? I don't know where my, you know that thing? Of course you don't know what that thing means. Hang on, it's here. This thing. Book cover. So I'm going to have this. Oh, I can't even do it actually because I've pinned it all together for some silly reason. That is going to be my front cover, and it's going to fold over this edge, and then, oh dear me, this is going to be the first pages. I have done that right, haven't I? Yeah, I have. What I've done is, yeah, because it's the spine, isn't it, that's making it, I have got, oh, I can't find it. I've took, oh, get your words out, Sally. I've measured the pages that I need, and I've stuck 2 pieces together, so I know what my spread is, because yeah, once my thing, that's right. It's just because of the spines in the way, but that'll be perfect once it's the perfect size. I have measured it. What else was I going to say? Oh, I was going to think, I did think about using snowdrops. This I made a few years ago, well, a couple of years ago when we were in lockdown. And I made the box, well, I made this first and then I made the box afterwards. I have pulled it out, but I can stick it back in. It's only in with double-sided sticky tape. I did think I'd use this at one stage. Snowdrop, a sign of rebirth, a fresh new year, filled with hope and growth and endless possibilities. This, and then it's all snowdrops. But in the UK, the snowdrops come out a lot earlier than March. It's one of the first flowers that we get after Christmas and the New Year. So I think I'm feeling it's a bit early, and maybe for, you know, later when we do the January, February prompt, then I might use it, but I'm not sure. So that's going back in its box for now. So that was just another idea that I had. So let's concentrate on this. So I'm wanting to use a little bumble. I need some, just to take it down a little bit. A good ripper. So I thought maybe there, and then I'll start my poem here. I might put something underneath it. I don't know. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to free these up. This was just, oh, you can see, look, there you go. I've got things missing, but what I'm going to do instead, and I haven't cut it down yet, it's still like this. I need to cut this down, but I've got to sew very carefully because it's right at the edge. But in order for me to get the right size, I needed to go to the edge, but I think I've just got enough there, like that. Right, so that one's still, I think there's these here as well. I don't need to do that one because there's nothing there. I think that one there is still, yeah. I should have done all this before. I think that's, yeah, that's right. So I'll just take them off a minute. There. So now I can sew on this. I may just take this apart actually, so this isn't attached. I might want to attach this bit and just so I can start sewing on here, and it won't be so cumbersome, but I do need to just snip this off first. Where are my big scissors? So I'm going to leave a little bit of an edge. I can always cut it back a little bit more if it gets bulky or anything like that, but and then let's just neaten that off. I can use that for something else. I thought I might patchwork a couple of pages. Okay, so bumble back in, poem there, which what I'll do is I'll write out by hand and then trace it onto there, and then embroider it, just backstitch or something like that. But that's going to go on the fold, which I will need to, I think I need to probably iron. These creases, although this is linen, the creases aren't staying in it, which is unusual because usually linen creases, I can just about see it. So that's going to go there, and what I will do is I will sew my daffodil information, then I will sew that on, then I will sew it together. But for now it will, for the purposes of laying everything out, it will go there. So that's that bit. Now this is all my little bits and pieces. So I thought I'd put a little bit of script just as background noise. This is what I printed off of my printer. It did it quite well actually, although it did pucker a little bit. It kind of folded in on itself. But didn't do too bad a job for what I want it for. It's okay. Quite pleased with how it's turned out. So this fabric is a little bit frayy. It frays a lot. So kind of just a little bit of background. This piece here, I just like it because of the colour. I only want about half of it. It kind of goes that way. It's like a trellis pattern. Sorry, am I going off camera? Right, kind of there-y kind of thing. Then I've got this lovely, I love this. It's not old at all. It's a piece of yellow stripe. It's not very good at ripping at all, so we're not going to rip it. I'll have to cut and fray. It's lovely, fresh and bright, and I thought it would just add a nice little touch. I might cut it down because it's a bit wonky, but I might not, I don't know. What else have I got? Oh yeah, and then I've got this daffodil. This is also another thing that I printed off. Which I thought would be nice. A nice little feature. And then I've got a little bit of interest. I thought the pattern, I think it might be upside down. The pattern is like a trumpet of a daffodil. I thought it would be quite nice to put on. I might trim it down, I might not. And then I was just looking at this just to give a little bit of interest. I'm not sure. I think I've used it for Suffolk puffs or something, because it's a lovely thin material. It's always the same, isn't it, when you get an awkward piece of fabric? Try and make the most of it. And I've got that as well. And what I can do is probably put March on there, maybe. I might even type it, actually, or type. I'm going to type a saying, or hang on, let's think about this. What have we got? I don't even know. I might move this if I do. No, because I'm only doing daffodils. I don't really want. I was going to do the bulb name, you know, all the different bulb flowers around the edges, but I don't think I'm going to do that just because I'm only showing you daffodils. So I think I'll just keep it at. I won't do that. So that's one idea out of the window. I might do that on a different. Save that idea for another thing. What else have we got? What could I type? One of the poems, I think, or I quite like this one just because it's cute. Let's have a go at doing that one. I need some fabric then, don't I? Right, I'm just going to pop this over here and I'm going to grab my typewriter, which is right underneath my desk. Get it around. Hopefully you can see that. I'm just going to get some fabric because I don't think I've got any. Oh, I have. Yep. There we go. Just a piece of old fabric. It doesn't have to be much. It just needs to be enough for the typewriter to grab it. I've got to grab a hold of it. It's not going to go in that way. Let's try it that way. It's not going in. Let me try another piece. Right. Okay, we're not doing very well here. No, it's definitely not going to go in that way. That's why, because the gripper's not on. Okay. Right, so I'm going to do Daffy Down Dilly is come to town in her yellow petticoat and her green gown. So I'm going a bit slower because if I make a mistake, I've got to start all over again. Okay, just pop that away. It's not quite even, but I don't mind. I'm not going to rip this because it seems to distort the fabric, so I am going to cut this. So how are you all today anyway? I hope you're all well and finding time to stitch. I have lovely plans for the weekend. Sun's just come out here, which was really nice because it was, I don't think it's threatening rain today, but it did look a little bit dark and cloudy. But okay, I may cut that a little bit closer when I come to do it. When I come to sew it on, but for now I'm going to leave it like that. So I like that. It's really nice. It's a little bit playful and not too, I don't want to be too serious with mine, and it's not going to be all botanical, you know, too serious. I want it quite playful, like with the little bee and whatnot, and I might find some other little bits to put on, like the little label. I might find some, oh God, look at that. I've just found that. Doesn't mean anything. It came off, what did it come off? It came off the other side of this. I thought I would save it before it was sewn all together. So I quite like something like that. Maybe going, ouch, just going to stab myself. So yeah, I think it's time for me to pin things down. So that I like there. The yellow of the bee. The only thing I don't like is this brown edge, but I don't think I can do anything about that. I suppose I could try and go round it and go over the top of it, but then I'm thinking, what colour do I do? Because it's got green in, or I don't know. I think I might just leave it. I don't know. It's not my favourite colour, but I don't think I can really do anything about it. I might thread paint some of this as well once it's stitched down. I like that little bit of blue. I know it's I've got no blue anywhere else, but I just think it's cheery. And the green, I love the green. So there's that, and then there's this. I quite like that. Sorry, I'm probably out of shot. This has been used with pinking shears. I've used pinking shears on this, not to cut it now. It already had it on, but I quite like that, the edge of the fabric with pinking shears. So I might leave that. I have pinking shear envy. Christy from Sew Bits. Sorry, Christy. Sew Bits. My mind went blank then. She's got some pinking shears and they're scalloped ones. I love them. So I kind of want some of those, but just haven't got around to getting them yet. But yes, I have pinking shear envies because all I've got are the spiky ones. Right, so there's that, and then I will be putting little adornments on. I think I'm going to put that to one side for now. I'm going to put that in my little sewing box so I know where it is, and when I come to do it. So yeah, I quite like that. So far, so good. It's a bit of a space there. Something needs to go there, doesn't it? Eventually. Let's not rush, because it can be a bit overwhelming, can't it, when you're trying to fill every little gap and you don't know what to go in there. Something will emerge. Might be a bit of lace, maybe. Let's see what. I'm just trying to think, have I got any yellow lace? I've got this kind of thing, but that's kind of then detracting, isn't it? Because it's nothing to do with daffodils. Oh, I've got this as well. Look at that. This is, I think it's like a silk. I'm not sure, but it's a lovely shiny green. Quite like that to put on somewhere. What else have I got? Nope. I don't know. I'm not going to. I don't think I'm going to panic. I've got that as well. No. No. Right, I'm just going to get these on for now. So I think I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to tack everything down, and then I'm going to trace my letters, and then get those. So trace my poem. I will decide which verse I'm going to use. I quite like the second verse, but then I'm thinking I've got nothing. Although there's bluebells now. I've got bluebells, haven't I? Yeah, I don't know. So, and then I want some details about daffodils. I have got this other book. I don't know where it is. Can I find it? Let me just, it's not far away. Yeah. I've got this one here. This is the Reader's Digest Field Guide to Wildflowers. I've got the wildflowers, the trees, and something else. I can't remember what the other one is. There's 3 of them anyway, set of 3. I think this has got something about daffodils in, but I think it's under Narcissus. Maybe 388. Let me just look at daffodil. I'm not sure. Oh yes. Oh, it's still 388. Wild daffodil. Oh look, and it's got the snowdrops next to it. Okay, yeah, so a little bit of history on the daffodil. So I might just have a read of that and kind of gather little bits of information. And gather little bits of information to put on here. So I'm going to put this. I mean, it says wild daffodil. I don't know whether I'm going to go with wild daffodil or just normal daffodil, and then the name Narcissus pseudo Narcissus, pseudo Narcissus. Okay. I might do a little bit of research and just look at other publications as well, just to get an all-round understanding of the name. I don't know whether that's just the name for wild daffodil. Not sure. I don't know. I mean, it does look a lot like a general daffodil. I don't know. So anyway, and then just have a look. I mean, I like the myth of Narcissus. Was that his name? Narcissus. I think that's his name as well, isn't it? Yeah. And how he Echo fell in love with him, I think, and he ignored her because he was too busy looking at himself in the reflection, his reflection. So I might go into that and look at that instead. I don't know. So I've got lots of options, but so I'm quite happy with how it's going at the moment. So I'm going to leave it there anyway. So thank you so much for joining me, and I hope to see you again soon. So take care. Bye bye.